All right, good people, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to react to a Nas track from the first of 6 studio albums with super producer Hit Boy. He did those albums, I want to say consecutively over the course of several years, just working with Hit Boy after, I don't know, he did like an album with Kanye that, if I remember correctly, it was like right around the COVID time, and I don't even really remember that many tracks from that album. So to me, that one was kind of a letdown, and it was supposed to be big and all that, and it just didn't really hit. And I don't know, the thing about Nas that people always say was his production was always iffy, and I don't agree with that statement. I don't think so at all. I think his production was always fantastic. You know, when you talk about like beats and the instrumentals and what he would choose and what goes on his albums, to me, it was always about flow. It was always about bars. It was always about the writing, you know, the potency and the lyricism. To me, he's one of the greatest to ever pick up a microphone. And I think he has withstood the hands of time in terms of making classic music. He has made classic album after classic album across multiple decades, essentially timeless. And I can't really think of many MCs that are actually that much more skilled than him, or better than him, or more consistent than him. And I think he's a testament to someone who's true to himself, and I think takes his craft really seriously. You don't really see a lot of people, artists in this genre, in the game for this long and still being this good. This, to me, was kind of a rebirth of his career. I would say that Hit Boy was part of that rebirth, and I think it ushered in a new era for Nas, and I would say one of the best runs in hip-hop history with the King's Disease and Magic albums. King's Disease was kind of the turning point. It kind of was the fire starter, if you will. And I'm trying to remember the order. I know it was King's Disease 1, and then I think it was Magic right after that, which Magic was incredible. Even though it was a short playlist, a short track listing, it was amazing. And then I think he went back to King's Disease 2, which was really good. And then I think he went to Magic 2, and then I think he did Magic 3, and then I think he did King's Disease 3. If you remember, let me know what the order was. But anyways, this is kind of the thing that started all. And one of my favorite songs that I remember, and it's been a long time since I listened to the album, was Blue Benz. I remember the production on it. I loved it. The bars were hitting. I wanted to react to it and give you guys kind of my reaction and highlight some of the things from it. Anyways, this is Blue Benz from the King's Disease album from Nas. Let's check it out.
As we go through life, one of the big questions about things we purchase is what the value of it is. Is it really worth it?
Production's so good.
I used to be at the tunnel, 20 deep in the huddle, razors on us that'll make skin bubble, Moet we guzzle. Chris Lighty lit me in a few times with nines, that's on God. Wish you would've walked by and bumped me harder, just looked at me wrong, my chain on, try to book me, you gone. Goons, Italian leathers, couple bottles of Dom, took risks, this ain't what you want, there's rules to this, don't get it misconstrued, my suit game was crisp, silk linen chiffon,
Yo, hold up real quick. When you talk about imagery and storytelling, Nas's descriptions and his lyrics are so vivid. They're so detailed without sounding too complicated, without sounding overdone. He explains these stories and you feel like you're freaking there. Like him and all his people at this club. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. The club called The Tunnel in New York. And like the vivid explanations, like, and then those like, listen to this, right? Razors on us that'll make skin bubble. You know what I mean? I want to look at me wrong. You know, he's kind of explaining his mentality and mindset and the vibe, the atmosphere wherever he was, right? Bottles of Dom, like he was talking about the glamour life and those kind of things. Just so good with words, man. Wordplay crazy, smooth, butter smooth delivery. Just so good. Let's jump back, and then I'm going to go through the rest of the verse. But the production, if you guys, the instruments, Hit Boy, so good. This beat is absolutely butter. So good. Perfect for Nas.
Don't get it misconstrued. My suit game was crisp, silk, linen, chiffon, Dior to Diodora, but I rock custom more. The hustler aura, tap in, razor cutter, 90s, 80s lover, raised in gutters, raised above it. They made it about the hood subject, I made you love it. Crazy, I knew this chick, she had a blue Benz, a Jersey penthouse. She used to pimp girls that would turn rich men out. Her coke habits was so savage. She hear voices and see ghosts on the average of a stepdad. He raised her from a carriage. She was 12 when he passed, she's been in hell since that. Her grandma raised her. I met her in Kingston, Jamaica, where veteran kingpins bought acres. Rest in peace, Louis Rankin, original Don Dada.
Nas storytelling, A+. I can go back to every album he ever recorded, every studio album. Always the storytelling top notch. Like how he explains the stories, how he kind of explains the atmosphere of the story, the background information he gives about people. So here, like he was talking about, these different people that, this lady who's turning men out, I'm guessing just taking their money or whatever, about a girl who, who lost someone important to her in her family and her life, and so many things that I think would be so relative to people. People could relate to the things he's talking about. Not every MC, not every rapper is relatable. I think Nas is very relatable. So the storytelling, along with the relatability, makes his music very easy to listen to. It's very easy to understand and follow, and it's very vivid, and it's really descriptive. I think he's one of the best when it comes to storytelling.
Jamaican road boy, I don't want to ramp with bumbo clock me. Come on. I murder people for fun. Murder on a bumbo clock for fun.
Peace signs in the air for sun. Put his name on the street sign, there where you from. Whenever we hear his bangers, flare up a blunt and praise God. And pray we all prepared when he come for us. Just opened my new office, West Coast branch. Place my teacup on the saucer. It's Esco, man, bossed up. Nothing feels better than doing deals with my brothers. It's surreal how I feel. Y'all should love us. Life is a test, so congratulations to your success. For having patience, you deserve the best. You know how they do niggas, the IRS. People I ain't even met, take it out my check. They the biggest gangsters. I respect the jooks. We buying big boy mansions. They respect the crooks. This for my project niggas and blue Benzes, Mercedes emblems with they bitch with them.
Man, it's a shame that this track is only like 2 minutes long or something. All right, some of the highlights from this verse. Talking about folks that have passed on, right? He talks about his people who have, he's lost in his life. Talking about his business ventures. He mentions, place my teacup on the saucer. It's Esco, man, right? So him in kind of that boss mode. If you guys remember, this goes back to like The Firm and all that. Nas kind of does that from time to time. The different modes of Nas, right? Sometimes it's Nasty Nas. Sometimes it's Esco. Sometimes it's Nasir. Whatever. He does that from time to time. And then a little bit of the celebrations there in life and stuff like that. And then kind of the relatability piece that I was speaking to earlier. The government taking out money out of people's checks, right? I think we can all relate to that. And then he kind of closes it out. The only problem with this track, and I wish it wasn't so damn short. Maybe he could have extended the second verse, or possibly given us a third verse. But that beat was sick. And the beat change up was one of my favorites. If you guys caught that in there, listen.
Bossed up, nothing feels better than doing deals with my brothers. It's surreal how I feel. Y'all should love us. Life is a test, so congratulations to your success. For having patience, you deserve the best. You know how they do niggas, the IRS. People I ain't even met, take it out my.
So there's in the first part of the beat, there's this really nice piano, right? It's simple, it's not complicated. And then he maintains a piano in that beat switch, but it's just a little bit different. The keys are different. And he's got the organ in the first part. Just really, really good production. I remember the first time I heard this song, I thought that was the sickest, right? The fact that I heard the beat switch and it still maintained the hotness in the second part of the beat. Sometimes you run the risk of maybe the beat not being as good when you do a change up. But there's more tracks from this album that I really, really like. I just want to do this quick one because of that instrumentation, that beat switch by Hit Boy, and I thought Nas did a nice job of kind of rapping over that beat. Not his most potent lyrical content of all time, but I think one of the highlights of what he could do on a Hit Boy record on his album with Hit Boy. The whole thing's produced by him. Let me know if you guys want me to react to any other songs from that album, and I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll make that upload. And yeah, anything else you guys want to request. But thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you all soon on the next one.